Hey everybody, it's Dan the Red and welcome back to Lucy Got Problems. Right the last we left off, we had a question ahead of us, and I think I'm gonna say I feel sorry for Ellie. I don't know why we'd ask her full name. Unless it's a familiar... Actually, you know what? No, I'll change my mind. Listen to this. It's kind of a familiarization thing, so sure. So you said Taya's full name. Oh, that's right. I don't think... Yeah, that's right. We didn't get Ellie's, we got Taya's. I'm an idiot. That's why it was kind of confused me at first. How for some reason I thought we'd already gotten Ellie's, but no, we had her, the Dark Elf. Quote unquote Dark Elf. So you said Taya's full name is Taya Nithiel? What about you? You haven't mentioned it. Evinylin. Evinylin? Naline? I don't know. It means light of a distant star. And Tayanithiel means dark space between the stars. And she's darker skinned. Okay. Really. To tell the truth, I don't think this name fits Taya. How do you say huge stick up your ass in Elven? You know, I can change my decision regarding the gag. Taya might be a bit straightforward, but she's a great guardian. If only I could be composed. From my standpoint, she's composed of crap and lashing out at those around her. Well, I'd have gone easy on you, even I see you're trying your best. You don't get it. I actually don't live up to my duty as a guardian. I'm skilled with my weapon, but Taya thinks it's not enough. I know she's right, but being a guardian is so hard. Much harder than I would have thought. Isn't that so? What can be more important for a guardian than prowess in battle? You need to always stay vigilant, ready for anything at any moment. If you're not ready, you lose. Taya keeps saying it over and over. She was the guardian of this forest even before I was born. I believe she knows what she's talking about. No matter how experienced she is, I can't believe that you think she treats you right. Taya lost someone. Someone whom she must have protected. And I realize why Taya asked so much from me. If she was not able to fulfill her duty, what good am I? I always have my head in the clouds. Okay, now that kind of led into this a little bit, so let's go with this. And who was the one that Taya lost? I'm afraid I can't tell you. This is not my secret, and I already said too much. Taya's right. I should watch my mouth with strangers. Did I just screw that up, I guess? Or did... I might have. I'm afraid the conversation didn't work out. Fuck. Oop, fuck. I tried to ask Ellie something a couple more times, but she didn't respond. We sat there in silence, only interrupted by me trying to rekindle the conversation until Taya arrived. And when Taya arrived, it was, well, very loud. After that, I got back to the tree and Ellie's crew was done for. We spent the night without any happenings, and I still regret it because there's nothing more torturously boring than an elven court. Compared to it, the execution itself looked like a relief, which was eaten by squirrels instead. Finally something I can agree with. Was that a dead end? Wait, so this means I am dead? Your deduction is astounding. The priestess quietly sighs, maybe warily, maybe in disappointment, and carelessly traces several lines with her hand. There in front of her flashes a pale violet fire and forms an unsummoning spirit seal. Will she cast me out of the astral plane? No, wait! The last thing I see is Tiamat's face, indifferent and beautiful as always. I died. The Elven Court. Compassion's a kid. Yeah. I should have asked. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, back here. Right. I noticed you were really upset about that snag. Hope you feel better now. The only one who doesn't make mistakes is the one who never tried anything, you know. Besides, it's a miracle you're able to bear such a humongous thing on your own. You must be really strong. It's fine. I know I failed miserably. I completely forgot you need dry logs to make a fire. How is that? I thought elves know the forest really well and are skilled in, well, wilderness survival. Survival? We don't need to survive in the forest. It's our home. We know everything about it, and besides, we hear its song. You just need to ask where to find what you need. Food, water, warm shelter, anything. The answer will surely be in the song. You just need to listen. Oh, badness. This forest can sing? Of course. Any forest can sing, and each has its own song. I could have determined which one I'm in with my eyes closed. Huh. But why don't I hear anything? That's because you don't know how to listen properly. Or maybe because you're not of an elven kin. To be honest, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? I might sing for you if you want. Sing for me. Yeah, I hear the forest song perfectly well, so it should be easy to repeat it. Besides, I used to be a bard before the war, traveling town to town and singing about things I witnessed on my way. A bard. I thought you can't become a bard if you, stutter? Oh, no, sorry, forget it. It was a dumb question. It's nothing, I understand. I can really seem strange. The thing is, when I sing, I just let the music flow through my soul. Like a river. River doesn't stutter, right? Water flows freely wherever it wants. When I sing, my voice is free too. So how about it? Do you want to hear the forest sings? Sure. Jiggle jangle. The only problem is I don't have my lute. I had to leave it at home in the forest far, far away. So you have to imagine that I have a lute, otherwise magic won't work. Oh, imagination is my most plentiful resource. Go for it. Ellie nodded and positioned her hands upon an invisible instrument. At first, the sight seemed funny to me, but Ellie was carrying out her tiny act so skillfully that I couldn't look away. Aww. Nice art, too. Wait, are her eyes different colors? Or is it just a trick of the light kind of thing? I wasn't really paying attention to her eye color all that much. It was easy to believe that her slender fingers were really stroking invisible strings. I even imagined the sound as they slided up and down the grip. Ellie closed her eyes, completely carried away with the music only she could hear. When did she start singing? I didn't know, but it was as natural as plumes of fire or light of the stars that started blazing above us. Ellie's song rang in the air around me, and every tone was like a butterfly gently touching my skin. Among the fiery sparkles and dancing spots of light, I saw my happy moments flashing. My fondest memories. Those I dearly kept in my heart and those that faded and were almost forgotten. Now they were shining again, like colorful pieces of glass in the light. A whole sea of shining marbles. Every tree has its tone. This is so beautiful. You think so? I'm glad you like it, though. I like the previous song much more. I miss it. Lately the forest sounds differently. It's sad. Hey, your eyes are kind of different tones. This one's a little more turquoise-ish. Well, this one has a more of a, just more blue. So we're gonna, I don't know. Or worse, sometimes it doesn't respond at all. I ask questions once and again, call it, but it's almost as if the forest is empty. I'm afraid its song might go silent forever. Ellie finished singing, but the melody still rang in my head. Maybe it was really singing, though. Ellie, I think I can hear it. The song of the forest. Oh? Impressive. Turns out you are a gifted student. Yeah, but I still can't figure out what the song says about food. Hearing the song of the forest and understanding it is not the same. But since you learn so quickly, maybe in just a couple hundred years you'll be able to discern the main concepts. It's really not that hard. Couple hundred years? Wait, this means, how old are you then? Well, I just recently turned 400. She's an elf. I mean, yeah. Traditionally, elves are long-lived. Actually, I'm 399, but don't tell anyone, okay? You can't become a guardian before you turn 400, so I'm also a criminal in some sense. We could both be hanging on a branch, waiting in the court. I see the only one in crime here. You spend your youth on duty and not on dates. Why in heaven did you decide to serve? You think I'm not fit for the job? Hauling snags is not my specialty, but you should see me with the spear. I wanted to be useful, so I trained extensively to deserve my position as a guardian. I'll never be the very best, but now I'm doing something for the sake of others. I just can't be happy if I'm doing something useless for my own enjoyment when terrible things happen all over the kingdoms because of the war. But your songs, they are useful. Someone... Oh, God, my back is all fucking stiff and... Someone still needs to remind about the beautiful things and how fragile they are. Let's take ice cream, for example. Many times have I tried to bring it into my world, but it's too hot there. It always melted in my hands and I was only left to watch. It's horrible to watch how things you love disappear at your own fault, even if it's just one serving. And what if someone would destroy all the ice cream? It would be a disaster. What point is there to fight if you'll just ruin what you love the most? It happens in the world all the time. This is why I think that your lute is no less valuable than your spear. Honestly, it's even much better. Your song reminds people, elves and demons and fairies, overlords, horns, this world is overpopulated. Anyway, they remind of the most important stuff, of what you want to preserve the most. It's a very significant mission. Really? I'm happy you think that way. But I'm afraid there's still not much I can do. My lute, it burned down, as did my forest. They say some kind of evil forces were hiding in my forest, so the archangels brought down a hail of holy fire to smoke them out. Trees don't care if the fire is holy or not. So now I'm left without a home, without a lute. Eventually my forest will grow again. Trees grow fast. Give them a couple 100 years, and with good watering, it'll be almost like the old times, if no one sets it on fire again. Even talking about such sad things, Ellie kept smiling. But her smile, why did I feel so sad when I saw it? Nah, I'm just being silly. I quickly turned away to the bonfire, the red and orange plumes still burned bright and hot. Exactly like back home in the nether realm. Back home. I suddenly thought about the dark elves that we had banished. They must also miss their home. Ah? You okay? Oh. I'm assuming I should tell about feelings. That seems like the wise thing to go here. You probably know that we, the demons, were not always in this world. Oh? Is that so? To be honest, our elders were not so sure about it. We don't know much about the world underground than everyone who resides there. The place where you live was previously occupied by the Dark Elves. They're not a very friendly nation. We even had war with them several times. We repelled their attacks, but never went underground after them. Last time they emerged on the surface, at first we thought they decided to start another war, but it turned out it was the opposite. Now it's not uncommon to meet a Dark Elf who's looking for work in the surface town. I saw them several times during my travels. They're still not very friendly, but I think they're doing their best. It's not that easy to fight your own prejudice and integrate into a new place. Yeah, it's really not that easy. I was born in a completely different place. More precisely, in another world. Even in times of peace, life in the Legion of Darkness is pretty... let's say it requires a certain training. But overall, I liked it. Overall, I liked it. Why was I having trouble with such a simple statement? Great battles between the light and darkness don't happen that often. Most of the time you can live peacefully and do your own business. A wet dream here, a seduction there, just your normal everyday supernatural things. And there was still a ton of free time left. We even had our own underground sun, can you imagine? You could take sun baths the whole year at the lava lakes and race on the fire-breathing Dracomanders. Shame there are no Dracomanders in the nether realm. Fuck. Looks like you really liked it back there. Of course I did, that was my home. Then why did you decide to leave? Well, can't say I decided anything. How so? Did someone decide it for you? Kind of. Our world disappeared. Oh, ancestors, why did it happen? I don't know. Probably something happened to the surface. When we got reports from the groundside colonies, it was too late to try and find something out. We could only flee. At that time, I had just finished my studies and was doing an internship in another world. I remember I was just walking down the street and suddenly a portal appeared. Right in the wall. I was just dragged in there and didn't even have time to think of anything. Traveling between worlds is not that hard while you're alone. But when you need to transport a whole populace, it requires a lot of knowledge and even bigger lot of energy. I probably should be grateful I wasn't forgotten among all the commotion. I wonder what would have happened to me if I used a return portal into nothingness. I don't know, but I'm glad it didn't happen. Thank you, Lucy. What for? For your story. I know how hard it can be to talk about precious things you've lost. Ellie gently touched my hand, then I carefully took her small palm in mine. It's so warm. But now that I know your story and you know mine, we don't have to bear this burden alone. Aww. I'm not an expert understanding demons, but it seems to me like you don't like wars. So why are you here? I don't know. Really though? Well, it's just how it is for us. If you're born a demon, you would serve one way or another. If you have many talents, you can choose where and how, but that's where freedom of choice ends. I'm not the most gifted person in the Legion of Darkness, and you know, I'm even glad it is so. At least I don't have to kill anyone. Well, if they won't be the first to attack. I see. Then it's me who must feel pity for you. I at least had a choice. But I think you can still find your own way. How? You could just run away. The world is large and there are a myriad of opportunities. It's not necessary for you to stay with those who make you do bad things. I thought about this. But is there anyone who would accept me? I'm a demon after all. We have a reputation. Maybe demons do have a certain reputation, but you can make your own. You really think so? Uh-huh. I, for one, don't really care that you have horns. Chances are there are other elves that also wouldn't care. Maybe you're right, but I just have one way left. Taya said they'll behead me at the court. I don't think she was joking. That's true. If you get to the court, that is. What do you mean? Let's see. I was scared that it was getting dark and decided to make a bonfire before Taya returns. You were tightly bound, so I didn't worry about you. When I came back with the kindling, you were long gone. Well, that's unfortunate. I couldn't believe what I heard. An elven girl who barely knew me was going to give up on her dream just to save me? To be cast out of the Guardians. That's right. With a lot of fuss. You're kidding me, right? Nope. That's the best part of being a bard. You can not only tell stories, but also make them up and choose how they end. In my story, you managed to run away. And if I were you, I would hurry up. Guess I saw something you've lost in a chest behind those bushes. As simple as that? Could it be a trap, or can I get it wrong? I looked at my feet and froze for a minute. Ellie kept calmly smiling at me, her eyes shining with a warm light of the distant stars. In the bush Ellie pointed at, there really was a chest. I found my snack inside, completely intact, just like Ellie said. Ellie? What? I thought you've left. Tea will be here any minute. Run! I can endure the charm of the poppy field, right? Maybe that means I'm immune to those dark powers corrupting the forest. Sort of. If so, I could find out what's wrong with this place. But what you... how... You'll hear a happy song again. I promise. Fine, but now you must run and be careful. I'll be waiting. Well, that was cute. And that's I think a good place to end the episode. So, I'll go and cut it off here. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.